welcome to I'm Right, coming to you live from Studio One. So, the show will be starting in just a few moments, but if you're new to Fireside or if you are watching this in replay, you can skip past this part, just fast forward, and you'll be good. But if you are listening to this in replay and you are new to Fireside and you want to come to a live show, which is at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday nights, I'm right. There's a couple of things you can do. You'll see across the bottom of your screen, there will be a clap symbol and a laugh symbol and a party symbol. You can press any one of those to react to something that's going on in the show. And if you want to do more than that, you can hit that react button and it'll pull up a bunch of emojis. You can use one of those and then press send. You could also hit that react button and you can make a comment. You just have to choose an emoji first and then type your comment and press send. But there's a new button there, which is the Q&A button. You can probably hit that button and do the same thing. I haven't checked it out yet to see how it works, but I'm sure you'll find out. And again, the show will be starting in just a few moments. Okay. So we'll be with you directly. There we are.
Here we are.
Greetings, everyone.
That's my line. Greetings, everyone.
I wanted to see what it'd be like if I could say it.
This is I'm Right.
I'm Right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova, and we are both coming from Studio One, somewhere in Metro Atlanta, because this is Studio One. We have several shows that come from different studios. Now,
so yours is your show?
Studio One, we have Studio One, which we're in right now. That's where we record I'm Right. Then there's Studio 2. That's where PPFR, Poetic People Fighting Racism, is filmed live video. And then we have one more studio.
Yeah,
studio
that I just
number
debuted
3.
tonight.
Yes, and what is the name of that show, Jill?
Wait, WEIGHT, with me.
Wait with me, and this was your premiere this evening, wasn't it?
I made it through. I'm alive.
Yes. So yes, and Jill's show is in Studio 3. Studio 3.
I'll have to say that next time. Coming to you live from Studio 3.
Studio 3, somewhere in Metro Atlanta, which is our house. I guess the intro was too long and it just cut off.
The music just out.
It was like out.
Well, we should say hi to the people in our audience.
We have people.
Yes, we do.
Oh, look who it is!
I know.
It is Queen Bee Divine.
Divine, hi!
I'm so glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too. Welcome.
Queen Bee is going through some life trials right now,
but you'll make it through.
I really do pray that everything works out for you, and you are in our prayers.
Absolutely.
And don't hesitate to text me if there's something you need.
Yes, we're happy to support you in any way that you need.
Well, yeah. You know what we mean, Queen V. Jill said in any way. Jill has taught me to choose my words carefully.
I have?
Yeah, so anyway could
You
mean,
would never know it in this show.
She might want us to donate something that we can't afford. I don't know. So and anyway.
She knows we'll do what we can.
Yes, but seriously, we hope everything works out for you.
Yes, definitely. So let us know. And welcome, Stacy. Hey, Stacy.
Hey, it's Stacy.
Stacy's my new friend. I love Stacy.
I love Stacy.
And
too.
Connie is here too.
And Connie is here. Oh, excellent. We haven't seen Connie in a little while. That's good. I'm happy you're here.
Yes.
Really happy.
Excellent.
Yes. All right. So what's
I'm
happening?
glad you're here too.
I appreciate it. You worked me too hard, though, Jill. You worked me.
It's your fault.
Oh, yeah, having 3 shows now on Fireside.
It's your fault.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Well, if we were,
it's like another job.
Like some people, like we're not able to do Fireside full time.
You wouldn't know it though, would you?
Yeah, but one day we'll get rid of these pesky day jobs.
Yeah, those pesky day jobs are getting in the way.
And then we can really get some stuff done.
That's right. That's right.
So what's happening tonight, Jill?
Well, as everybody knows, yesterday was midterm elections. So
it was?
You weren't living under a rock, so I know that you know, and you did vote, so I know that you know.
Yes, I voted yesterday. I voted at, what time was it?
I don't know, like sometime in the morning.
10:30 in the morning or something.
And I voted after 4 in the afternoon. And for both of us, we could walk right in and vote and leave.
It was really fast.
But that's because in our state of Georgia, there were record numbers of early voters. So we avoided the line.
That's good.
We let them vote first, and then we came in. So, and now we're going to have to vote again because we have a runoff.
We have a runoff that we definitely want to vote in.
Yes, that's right. That's right. But tonight, we're not actually trying to get into a political discussion. Instead, we're talking about when you should avoid talking about politics with people that you have relationships with of various kinds, relationships of various kinds. So it could be work, it could be family, it could be personal.
And
romantic.
In all honesty, viewers.
Well, let's get to our first segment that we call, because you're getting ready to give a stance, it sounds like.
No, I was just going to talk about deciding to do this show.
Oh. I don't know, seems odd to me.
So what feels odd?
The audio seems odd to me. Can you all hear us?
Yeah.
Clap if you can hear us.
I'm pretty sure they can hear us.
Okay.
My gauges and stuff.
It just seems odd.
Okay. Do you want me to change your volume or something? Or do you want to hear more or less? Or does this help you some?
That's better. Thank you.
Good. So in all honesty, and I always am pretty honest, unless it's gonna hurt somebody. But I was unsure about doing this episode. I didn't understand.
He did not want to, and I was like, "But no, it needs to be discussed." And I tell you, so let's get to our first segment that we call.
We can get to our first segment.
Stand by your stance.
So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because people have been talking to me about politics at the oddest times. So, for example, a few weeks ago, Tony and I went to 2 friends of ours who are married had a joint book launch, which was great.
Mm-hmm. And they're both great
and
writers.
They're both fantastic writers and write in different genres. And so we went to support them, and it was a great turnout. There were at least, 50 to 75 people there, you would say.
Yes.
And there was someone that I thought knew me because they're always asking me to go, meet them at some restaurant or something and spend more time with me. And we're just talking about the books, the launch, literary kinds of things. And then out of the blue, this person said she had to apologize to me. I was like, why? Why would you? Why? What happened? What did I miss? And she wanted to apologize because she wasn't going to vote for a certain person that I would never vote for either. And if you know anything about me, you would never even assume that I would vote for this person that she felt she had to apologize because she wasn't going to either. So it really bothered me because I was like, what about me would make her apologize like that? But really, I was like, why would you even, because someone else was standing there with us and her husband came up and went like, why are you all even talking about politics? I thought,
That's a
exactly.
good question, yes. Why are we talking about
Exactly.
politics?
Why are we talking about it? So I wanted to talk about times that, maybe it's not to be talked about. But then if you in the audience feel that you should bring up politics, I would love to know that too, because maybe I'm just not looking at it correctly. Today, my boss, who lives in a different state, she acted like she was afraid to talk to me. She wanted to talk to me. She had to meet with me.
She wanted to talk to you about what?
Politics.
Why?
Exactly. And I'm like,
that don't make no sense.
And she's like, what kind of mood are you in? And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, I'm sure you always know, you're always aware of current events. Yes. You want to talk about it? No. I do not. So people seem to want to talk to me about, the oddest things. And then the other thing that made me want to talk about this topic, one Christmas season, another friend and I went and toured homes that were decorated for Christmas. And it was like a whole community that had decorated their homes. And we're given tours. And we ventured into this one man's house who first showed us all the guns he had in almost every room on the wall. And then he wants to tell me, who he thinks I would obviously vote for and why he couldn't in a different election. So I was like, we gotta go. We gotta go because people just, I don't know. Is it my face? What is it that makes people just want to talk politics with me at the oddest times? I understand
I have
when
no
it's an
idea.
election, I understand if someone had wanted to talk politics with me yesterday, but not at work and not if we're just out for something else. So
I
do
have
you
no-
agree?
Me?
Yes. What's your stance?
Why do I have to have a stance?
This show is called I'm Right. We can just name it I'm Right, and I can just say that.
Well, I'm right because I didn't want to do this topic at all. I didn't want to touch it, not for a moment.
Because you never want to talk politics?
Well, when it comes to politics, and this is something I truly believe, and it doesn't matter which party you are affiliated with or not. It doesn't matter to me. But I think that people get too deep into politics and they take everything personal. When I was growing up, people discuss politics, whether they're, Democrat or Republican, whether they're liberal or conservative. But there wasn't real hatred. So
You mean it
there's
wasn't blatant? It was there.
no, well, I'm talking about strictly about politics.
Okay.
I'm not talking about racism right now. I'm just talking about politics. Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative. And, everybody would, talk about it a lot when there was a presidential election coming up. And then once the election, whoever won, everybody would be, okay, all right, that's the way it is, but no hatred towards anyone. And my issue now is that people actually have hatred for someone of a different party affiliation than them. And I think that's awful
And
in
because
this
essentially you're
country.
saying you hate me because of my
Political,
beliefs.
yeah, my political, strictly political belief. And I have issue with that. I really do, and that's why I don't like to discuss the topic, especially in this episode, because it brings out hatred in people.
There's
And
no one in our
I'm
audience where
I'm
hatred is
I'm
coming out. There's no one there.
yeah, but you don't know who's going to be listening in a replay. You don't know. And if we mention what our political affiliation is on this show,
Oh, we don't.
then we don't. They don't. But see, you're giving hints. Well, no one in this audience would be such and such. Who
No,
knows?
the people in our audience aren't about hatred. We know that.
Well, but my point is, you don't know who's listening to the replay. Okay.
Okay, the people I see in our live
That's our
audience,
live audience.
that's who I'm
but
talking
you
about.
don't know who's listening in a replay.
Okay. But that means we don't have to interact with them.
Well, I know that, but that just brings them out because of their hatred.
Okay.
And I'm the guy that's all about love. I don't want to hate a person because they're a different political affiliation than I am. I don't want to hate a person for that reason.
So
I don't want to hate a person at all, actually. So, yeah.
So your stance is never discuss politics.
No, I'm not saying never. If it's a safe place where things can be moderated, but nowadays it is very difficult to have a conversation with someone that's of a different affiliation than you are. So it's almost impossible. Almost impossible to do that nowadays.
I think it depends on the people involved, because if you can have a conversation about many different things, then you still agree to disagree, but you can have a conversation.
That's how it used to be.
But there are still
That's
some
how it
people who
used to
can
be.
still do that.
Did you see the insurrection?
Oh, didn't miss it.
Okay. When was the last time before January 6th you saw an insurrection?
I had never seen one in my lifetime.
Exactly. And I haven't seen one in my lifetime. Things are different now.
Things are different now.
And if you watch the footage of the insurrection, there were actually people there foaming at the mouth. Think about it. I mean, literally foaming at the mouth. That's just insane.
It is.
That's insane, and that's hatred.
That is hatred.
That's real hatred. If you've never seen real hatred before, watch video of the insurrection, and then you'll know what real hatred is. Insane. So yeah, I don't like to talk about these topics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to ask the audience what they think?
Nope. No way. If you want to ask, you ask.
I do want to know.
I'm not asking.
I do want to know. Do you agree with Tony, or do you think or in your own experiences, are there times when you can discuss it?
We're talking about discussing politics with someone that is not of the same affiliation. Party affiliation.
Well, one thing I never do is ask someone their affiliation. But people automatically, when they just look at me, they assume what my beliefs are.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily have to be true.
That is true.
So who knows? But already the person has made a decision about who you are.
That's right. That's
And so
right.
they already feel, like I said, nowadays people have hatred towards someone else because of their political affiliation. So they've already assumed what you are, and they have hatred towards you. That's just crazy.
It is.
So
But I would like to know if the audience agrees
no,
with that.
the audience agrees with me. That's why they're so quiet.
But that's
it's,
fine.
it's quiet. I don't blame you, audience. The audience is with me. I think this is a I'm right episode, and the audience is like, yeah, Tony's right tonight.
Well, what would you like to talk about? Otherwise, this will be the shortest show ever that we have done together.
Ever.
Oh, Connie's coming. Connie's coming to the stage.
Wow.
Hi, Connie.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm
good.
good.
Can you hear me? Good.
Yes.
I think Jill is right.
Okay.
I love you, Tony, but I think Jill is
Okay.
right on this one.
So what is Jill right about?
You don't want to talk about it. And you're talking about talking with people of a different view.
Affiliation.
Right. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, like if
And
you were
that
in a
can be
grocery store and you're waiting in line and someone said something that was awful towards the affiliation you're a member of, how would you take that?
Well, I probably wouldn't allow someone to talk to me in the grocery store about against my affiliation. I mean, I will dismiss people like that.
You will dismiss them, so they can say anything they want and you will just dismiss it and
They
just
can say it. They
walk
can
away
say it
from
to the
them.
air because I'm going to be. Yeah, I have never had that happen. Have you?
Have I had that happen? Yes, it happens to me almost every day.
Really? They ask you about your
Well,
affiliation, and then
what
they
they
have.
do is start voicing their opinions about my affiliation because they assume what I am.
I was
So
going to
they
say
say
that's a big
things
assumption. Yeah.
exactly. So and they're usually right, but they're doing it to try to get a reaction out of me.
That is usually why they do it.
So I don't engage them like you said. I don't engage them.
Right.
I just don't say anything. But why should it be that way? That's what I'm saying about now, everybody's trying to get you into this situation where you will argue with them. And then they
I
can take their hatred out on you. They're looking for a
Oh.
reason. So yeah, no, I do experience this on a daily basis in the industry.
Wow, just out in the public, just with strangers.
Yes,
Really?
and yes, some more.
Wow.
Well, the industry I work in, there's certain types of people in that industry. So I meet a lot of these people.
Okay, well, you know where I live, so
I know.
we have
Your state is like my state.
right, or worse.
Yeah, but it depends on what community you're in, the type of people you deal with, and all of that. But the people I deal with on a daily basis will say things. If I'm around them, they'll say things to try to goat me into
But
something.
these are people you know. If you deal with them
Yes.
on a daily basis, these are
Yes.
people you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
So the best thing I can do is just try to stay away from it.
You know, that's interesting. Before I retired and I was working at the bank
Mhm.
and anyhow, lending. And it would, when things like this would come about, it would get so quiet on that whole floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wondered, I wonder, are they afraid to say something? Or how do they think I'm going to react? Or do they think I'll react? I don't
Well,
know what it
that
was. I
that's the
honestly don't know.
point. They're trying to get you to react. That is the point. They don't say these things by accident.
Well, I don't know. I don't think anyone that I worked with would really want to see a negative reaction from
You'd be
me.
surprised.
I don't think they would.
You'd be
Well,
surprised.
I feel sorry for them if they did. Be surprised.
Yeah.
Hey, I've taken up enough of your time. Keep going. Talk
Oh, we got
to
plenty of
someone
time.
Well,
else.
I'm glad that you came to the stage, Connie.
Yes,
Thank
we
you for
are
your
so
comment.
glad. This is your first time on stage. We
So,
love it.
yes, we love it. Thank you.
We'd love to hear from you more.
Yes.
We're going to make you.
As long as you can't see me,
We're
I'm
going to
good.
make you a star. We're going to make you a star.
Oh, okay. Well, you told me years ago I was already a star. Okay.
I was going to say, she looks like a
That's
star.
what I
She
was
is
going
a
to
star.
say. You do look like a movie star.
No.
That's what I was going to say.
Stop.
Especially when you put those shades
Okay,
on.
That's
let's
right.
move it along.
She's got the hair. She's got, yep.
That's funny. But I appreciate what you're saying, and I receive it, and thank you.
You're welcome. And we also
But
have.
it'll be interesting to hear what others. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Connie.
Just to let the rest of your audience jump in.
I think we have.
You're kind of breaking up. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think there's something with your phone. It's kind of
go.
Getting kind of wonky with your connection.
But thanks again for talking to us.
All right, we love you.
We love
you for having me.
Thank you for coming up.
All right, Stacy, hi.
My friend Stacy.
Hi.
Hi.
I've had kind of an experience, but with a family member.
Oh, yeah. That's even worse.
That's harder. That's actually harder,
yes.
I think.
Yeah. So tell us.
Well, it was more during the presidential election, and a brother who lives a little different lifestyle. And there were 2 or 3 conversations we had where he was trying to kind of ream me up one side and down the other, telling me how I should vote. And if I didn't vote that way, I was being prejudiced against him. And
wow.
Who also lives that same lifestyle. And I mean, I ended up feeling physically drained and kind of sick for like a day or 2 afterwards, because it was like pure evil coming out of his mouth. I mean, just not liking my viewpoint at all on any of it. And even when I went back this past summer to see my mom for her, I think it was 85th birthday, he was even asking me then, kind of trying to scope out kind of my feelings. It's one of those things where it's like, I love my brother, but politics cannot be one thing that we talk about, because he could not even take the idea of agree to disagree.
Yes, or that you were a different party than he belonged to.
Well, and I even told him, I said, Spence, I don't give my brother's name, but I said, we're going to have to agree to disagree. He was like, no. And I mean, very emphatic, and I don't know, it just was not a good situation. So it's one of those things that I'm going to have to try to steer away from politics when it comes to him, because that can divide us faster than anything. And neither one of us need that.
Right.
I agree
I
with you. I
agree.
mean, the same thing happened with COVID. You know, families have separated from each other and don't speak to each other because they felt um, bad that they had different opinions about COVID and the shot and all of this, or that it's a fake, or that, and families have broken up over that, and that again is insane. To begin hating your family member because they had got a COVID shot, and they don't believe in the other person doesn't believe in the COVID shot. These aren't things you should hate a person for.
Especially
Just
family members.
yeah, for a different opinion. That's just insane. I see we have some other people that just came to the audience. Chris Rossetti. We have Dr. Lisa Summermore, and we have Monica,
Woohoo!
the incredible woman. I just listened to your replay today. I listened to these three people. I listened to each one of their replays today.
Yep,
Just
you did.
today. Great episodes. Great episodes.
And I just wanted to say something to Stacy before I let her go.
I think she just jumped down, but
No,
she
she's
can
still there.
hear us. Okay.
She's still there. So Stacy, is your relationship with your brother better now? And I'm sure it's because if that's the case, I'm sure it's because you just choose not to discuss politics with him.
Yeah, like this last summer, we were able to have a civil talk. Yeah, he did kind of hint around at stuff, but I was able to control myself and just didn't let myself get irritated. Of course, when my sister heard about the conversation, she would says you shouldn't have carried on that way and all that. But I think that I handled it the best for me, and that was to kind of answer with the least amount of wordage and still get kind of the point across where I wasn't confrontational, and it was very much middle of the road comments. I kind of maybe watered down a little bit of the way I felt, but I figured that would be the better way. That if anyone's going to take the high road, why not let me try to take the high road, and he can then take whatever road he wants to take.
Yeah.
So
and that's good of you.
Yes, it is. I'm glad that you found a way to handle it.
Yeah, that is excellent.
So I think that in the future we could have some civil talks and all that, and so it's just a matter of watching my P's and Q's and go from there.
That's very good.
That's
very good. Yeah, don't be like me and like get in the car and squeal off, like like
spinning
wheels,
leaving some rubber.
I've done that before.
Well, for the people that just came into the show, so my viewpoint was that I didn't want to do this show tonight. I didn't like this topic. I didn't want to do it. But I said, we'll do it. If this is what you want to do, we'll do it. But my viewpoint is I don't want to discuss politics with someone, especially someone I don't know, because there's so much hatred in this country now, and people will just assume want to kill you because you're a different political affiliation than they are. So I try to stay away from it, and also
well, you
I
don't even
mentioned-
have to have a discussion for them to want to
that's
do
true.
that.
And then I also mentioned that I run into this type of thing almost on a daily basis. So it's a good reason I don't want to engage certain people.
And my viewpoint was that if you know the person and you know that you can have, a logical, decent conversation, you may not agree, but if you know you can have a conversation, then I don't mind talking to you about it. But the examples I gave were times when people would just randomly bring it up, or bring it up in places where I just like, why are we talking about it at a
Yeah,
party?
yeah,
Why are we talking about it at work? You
yeah,
know?
yeah. And in your case, Jill brought up a recent function we went to. It was a book signing of two friends of ours. They both had books coming out, and a woman that Jill knows.
You do
Just
too.
yeah, I know her too, but I try not to. Anyway, start bringing stuff up. It
Just
just
out of the blue.
so why is that?
Yes.
But I'm sure Monica wants to
Monica.
chime in on that.
Hello, my two favorite people. How are you?
Oh,
We're
we're doing
good. How are
fine.
you?
We're doing
I
fine,
am
and
absolutely
you're
fantastic. I'm so sorry for being late to you guys' show. I have you in my calendar, and you know how crazy my life is. So I'm late, but I'm here.
No, we appreciate
thank
it.
you, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You know, Chris Rossetti says that I RSVPs to more shows that I don't come to.
But we mean well.
He says Anthony RSVPs to every one of my shows, and then he doesn't come. But
That
I
is
do listen to the
hilarious.
replay. I do listen to the replays. I listen to more replays.
Have good intentions.
Than live. You know, sometimes I'm doing other stuff. I can't be there
So
live.
That's
I
right.
am going to make this sweet, short, and simple.
Okay.
Are you for real? I don't believe
Yes,
it.
my
I
love.
don't believe it.
Yes,
You're
my
never
love.
short with words.
Yes, my love. I'm going to shock you tonight. Shock you. I have a no politics conversation rule with everybody.
That's excellent.
I don't
That is excellent.
discuss it with anybody.
With anybody. And
No,
how long have
because
you had this policy? And what made you
for
have it?
so I've had it probably since I've owned my company, because I've seen how I've seen situations where business associates, potential clients can ask you your political persuasions or your thoughts. And I've seen people literally pull contracts or not want to do business because you have a different political opinion.
That's exactly right.
So I don't discuss it with anybody, friends, family, under any business associates, clients, nobody. Don't discuss it with anybody. It's just better, to just not have anything to say. And I've had people ask me, and I'll say, you know what? I just prefer not to discuss my political views. And then that way you don't have to worry about being on anybody's bad side.
Right. Do they ever assume
Yes, that's what I was going to ask.
what your
People assume all the time
political
with us.
affiliation is and then decide to treat you a certain way because of that?
No, because I've learned that you absolutely cannot do that. You can't, especially in this climate. I'm just stunned at some people that you would have thought were a certain political persuasion, and they're not. So, they don't push it with me. They don't push it
Good.
with me.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
excellent.
That is
I love
excellent
that.
news.
I
Don't
love
talk
that.
about it with anybody.
I love that. I really do. I love that. That's good advice that we
That's-
should all
that's
take
very
home,
good. Yes.
take it and put it in our bank. You can bank on it. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you, Monica. We appreciate that comment.
And actually, is Monica still there? Look,
I'm
Monica.
still here.
So when I was listening to your replay today, you said you wouldn't be there next week. But
Right.
on the 22nd, you're going to have an episode titled "Does Love Matter?" Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
I have a
sir.
lot to say about that.
But wait a minute. Now I'm going to tell you about our minds, okay? Your mind, my mind. This Saturday on my PPFR show,
Double P.
double PFR, double PFR, poetic people fighting racism. That is my topic.
Get out. Are you
No
serious?
joke. No, when you get out of here, look it up. Look it up. I posted it like how long ago? A week ago or something? Yeah. Yeah, but that's
So
one
tell me
episode.
what was your motivation for titling that show and wanting to have that show? Because I will share with you what mine was, but I want to hear yours first.
Okay, well, in mine, I'm going to have a guest. And her name is Rachel Harper, and she wrote a book. She wrote several books, but the particular book we're going to
She's a
talk
best-selling
about,
author.
yeah, she's a best-selling author, and but the book I'm going to talk to her about is The Other Mother, and it discusses, LGBTQ and love and family that's family but not family. So what I've seen in her book when I read it is that, love is love. You don't have to be blood to love someone or be in love or have the love of a family. Like, some of us have friends that we love just like family. They're our family. So we don't necessarily have to have this blood connection in order to have those types of connections. So she does that very well in her book. So that's why I titled the episode.
I love that. Love that idea. My reasoning was from a completely different standpoint. I've met so many people recently that are in relationships spiritual partnerships, they're living together, even married people. And I'm not hearing that love is part of the equation while they're together.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about companionship, financial security of being with somebody, the peer pressure that they may feel that society puts on you if you're not married by a certain age. But I've not heard any of these people talking about love. They like each other. And I'm sitting up here like, am I crazy or does love matter? Maybe I'm the only sane person left on the planet, but I think that love matters. I don't want to be with nobody and don't love them. I want to love you and be in love with you. And I'm not hearing people talking about love, but they're in relationships.
That's right. Security. They put security over love.
Is it?
Yes. Security over love.
Not if they leave you.
I mean, I've known. Well, then you got to look for some more security. Oh, but this is great. But yes, I heard you say that in your show, and I was like, oh yeah, we're both looking at it from two different angles.
Yep.
So I like that.
I have a lot to say in your show then, Monica.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to let you step down. And we love Dr. Lisa Summerhour, and she's on our stage. We are blessed to have her here.
Hi, Dr. Lisa.
Oh, it is so good to see you. Hello, Monica. I know she's gone, but I'm going to say hello. Like
I'm here.
She's still there. How you doing?
I had one thing to speak to, and then you guys took it to two more. So now I got to get my brain back. So I'm going to go backwards because I'm at that age where I got to get the close stuff first and hope the other stuff comes back. So first, the topic. So I had seen, Anthony, your topic. So when you just mentioned Monica's, I thought, oh, maybe I looked at the wrong show. No, I did see it on yours. So that's very interesting. Monica, I'm with you. I need to like you and I need to love you.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Come
Anthony,
on, girl. You better be preaching on a Wednesday. Preach, girl.
If I don't like you, we ain't going to get to the love part anyway.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
But Anthony, I think it's a both and. It's the security and the, because see, I think when you love someone, a lot of this other stuff is built in, it's baked into it. When it's what we're talking about. And it's okay to want security. Look, God gave his only begotten son. It's about, you got to give something. So it's not like just show up and I look cute and you're going to love me. No, there's a give and take.
It's not like that. That's how I got together with Jill.
That is not how you got together with me.
So that was the one. The other one was, oh my goodness. And Monica, again, this whole thing with the politics. So I tell people there are 3 things that I can think about that we do behind closed doors: sex, voting, and confession.
All
There
There's
you
a reason.
go.
There's
Yep.
a
What
reason.
girl?
You
What
are preaching on a Wednesday night.
that girl
I was
missing
half
the
the place, but I'm the only
tambourine
one in
and
the
the
room.
robe. She missing
I'm
the
the only one in
tambourine
the
and the
room.
robe. She
I
preaching
just
on a Wednesday. Go girl.
in a teeny tiny hotel room in New York. There's a reason that those things are done in private. And I literally today, sitting in the airport, had a conversation, and I have to say this so I don't tell who it was. A couple whose child has gotten a wonderful scholarship, and today was sign your paperwork day at school. So they had a big thing. And she is so about done with her husband because this conversation turned into that conversation. And you know when you're with someone where you have political differences, and then there's this point where people can take that conversation to a place where there's just no recovery. And you just have to pick your battles. And because people have, look, we're talking about family shouldn't be mad over politics. Come on, y'all. Family members
That's
have gotten mad because somebody brought the wrong macaroni and cheese to Thanksgiving. Why did you put
You got that
jalapeno?
right.
Why did you put jalapeno in that macaroni and cheese? I just had a flashback.
I love that.
That really happened. My dad's funeral memorial. Somebody, we'll bring the macaroni and cheese, and we were like, okay, I think she could. There was jalapeno in the macaroni and cheese. If I think about it, I won't.
You didn't like that deviation
No.
from the original recipe?
I said, I know I'm in Southern California and I understand next text and all that stuff, but no, honey, no boo. Like we have a restaurant that did capers in the shrimp, and my mother literally told the waitress, "Tell the cook, don't do this again. Don't put capers in our shrimp. You want to put
Don't do
shrimp,
this.
some shrimp. I mean, in our grits. I'm sorry, in the grits. You want to put shrimp in the grits, yes, but not capers, because I said no one ever has heard a black woman yell out her back door, "Baby girl, now go down there and give mama some capers for these grits." Ain't nobody ever. But so I'm looking forward, and I hope I'm someplace where I can listen to both of your shows on Does Love Matter. I'm actually reading a book called The History of Marriage and Divorce. So it ties
Oh.
right in with that. And there are so many reasons people get married, just like there are so many reasons we end up divorced. And I know it's whatever works for you, but for me, I need to like you and I need to love you. And then we don't need to talk politics. And Monica said something. You can look at someone and think you know.
That's right.
I was
That's
talking
right.
to a brother from right outside of Compton. Now, if somebody had said, "Would you bet money?" I'd be like, "Oh, sure, I got this." I know this brother from Compton. Oh, I was so wrong. I was so disappointed and wrong. But what I appreciated is we were able to have a civil conversation because I just had to say, "But explain to me how this happened." And he was able to explain his reason for going from one to the other. And I said, and I can respect you for doing that. I don't need to understand your decision for me to respect your decision. And now let's figure out what we're going to eat because this conversation's over.
Okay, there you go.
I thought as deep as I could go. But it was good to see you. Thanks for giving me a few minutes. I literally have thought my phone was going to ring because I should be going to get something to eat in a minute. But thank you. And
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for popping up.
Yes,
we always love it.
We always enjoy your comments, so thank you.
All right, now
So,
what? Don't we have someone else?
yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And there she is. Where'd she go?
Wait,
she go.
is she still there?
Yeah, she's still there. This is Queen
Hey,
Bee
how you
Divine.
doing? What's up?
Hey, hey!
I am going to the transition. I want to say thank you for holding the show. I mean, things are definitely looking up. By the end of next week, I shall be on my feet, and I love that.
Oh,
What I want to chime in
I'm
about.
so happy to hear that. I'm
Thank
happy.
you. And I know, and I want to add to that. I remember when you all said at the beginning, we can help any way you can, and Brother Manuel went.
Wait a minute.
I know what you meant. I get it. What I want to say, because this is a perfect subject for me, because right now my security disappeared, but I had my love.
Exactly.
And I have to say, if I had to choose between them, I would be on the streets any day as long as I had my man beside me. He is my rock. So
Oh, that's beautiful.
homeless for me means losing the one you love.
Yes.
and not feeling secure. And I realized that yes, it's very powerful to have a home or a roof over your head, but I realized that if that house is not filled with love, you could fill it with all you want, it don't matter. So for me, security is definitely it's an addition. It must come with love, and it must be the first before the security, because love is the security, and that is what I'm feeling in this moment.
Oh,
That's
that
beautiful.
is
What is
beautiful.
it that they say? Home is where the heart is.
Home is where the heart is,
Yes.
but it's
Yes,
true.
it is very
Okay,
true. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. Thank you very
because
much.
Jill and I have been through some rough times since we've been married. Some really rough times, and but as long as we knew we were standing by each other, we were good. We were good. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
Jill, we don't have any money, but okay.
And
We don't
often,
have any money, but okay.
yeah, but and
Exactly.
often that we were, that I knew you were there is what got me through.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So we always support each other in no matter what we're going through, no matter what.
Absolutely. Good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah,
Jill
the good,
had.
bad, the ugly. You
That's
find
right.
out, even in this, and even politics. I know you were talking about. I kind of popped in here and everything. I don't talk to people in politics because people get really weird.
Yeah.
So I just say that. Yeah, I hope they do a good leadership. I don't know who's leading, but I just hope they're leading right. I don't know where. I don't know if it's an elephant. I don't know if it's a donkey. I don't know what's going on. But as long as someone is leading it right, so I don't get into politics. What I do get into is love, and I believe this generation, I hear a lot of young women and men who go, I just need a man with a little paper in his hand, a little security. And I'm like, and I remember saying to one little girl, one woman, she was showing her friend, her friend, the face of this gentleman that she was dating, and she's like, I don't know, he might have a little money, I don't know, I don't know. And just like that. I don't know about walking. I don't know. I think he got money. He looked good. He looked good. And I said to
Oh
her,
my goodness.
she said to her friend, and she goes, well, do you like him? She's, I don't care. As long as he's got money, he could take care of me. And I had to chime in. I had to chime in.
Oh,
I popped my head
okay.
between the two. And I said, you don't mean that.
And she said,
Yes,
"Yes,
I
I do."
What do you mean? Money is everything. I need a man to take care of my hair, my nails, my this. And I said, that's your job. That's your job to take care of you. A man comes in to add to the love. You have to be 100%. Because if you ain't 100% and a man comes in and gives you something, you ain't never going to be happy. So make love the guide. And never mind this swipe left, swipe right, and if he looks good. And she said, but he has a six pack. I said, girl, I don't care if he has a six pack. I want a keg. If he loves me, give me a keg.
Yeah, I used to have a
Okay?
six pack. I'm
That's
glad
true.
you didn't invest in it, Jill, because now it's a one pack.
I don't mind the keg anytime. I don't mind a keg. I don't need a six pack. I will have my keg and love my man. So thank you for
That
giving
is.
me the space. Thank you for Monica. And I didn't see the other lady here. Was she? Who was she?
Dr.
The
Lisa.
woman
Dr.
that was just
Lisa
Dr.
Summerhour.
Lisa, thank you
Yeah.
for sharing your
Yeah.
thoughts, and thank you guys for holding the stage. I love sending lots of love, and thank you to just brother man for checking up on me and just giving me a shout out to let me know that that people still here. You're there, and I want to
Yeah,
say that
we hear
means a
you.
lot. That means a lot.
Actually,
Means a
I
lot.
listened to the show you posted today also. Isn't this funny? All of the
Oh,
shows I listen to in replay,
They're
everyone is
here.
here. Seriously, I listened to like 4 shows in replay, and every single one of those people have been in our audience tonight.
That's fantastic.
thank you
That
for
is
listening. Thank
fantastic.
you for listening.
Oh,
Thank you. I
no
appreciate
Oh,
problem.
oh, yes,
Anytime,
yes.
anytime.
We
Hey,
love you.
but on this love situation, I'm going to tell you all something that's really, really sad. Okay, now Jill had a time where she was sick for 6 years, and her condition didn't allow her to get
Work.
any work or any disability pay and all
It's
of that.
just horrible.
So she was not able to work for 6 years. And I've told that story, just in general, talking to, different males. And I said, yeah, my wife hasn't been able to work for 6 years, or maybe, she just got good enough where she can get back to work. And they said to me, and I kid you not, at least 4 different people on 4 different occasions said the same thing. You're still with her? I'm like, hell yeah.
In sickness and in health.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'm still with her. He said, well, if my wife got sick for 6 years, I would have left. Every single one of them said the same thing.
And when you told me that story, I'm like, who are these men that you talk to?
That is,
like, who are they?
Just so sad to me. It just like hurt me to the core. I'm like, I would never do that.
And if you had been the one that was sick, I would.
My rock.
If you had been the one that had gotten sick, I would have stayed with you, of course, too.
Yeah, and we have had times where she was sick. I had another time I got sick. I couldn't work for like 6-7 months. But we're still here.
Yes.
Happy. So this is cool.
And we're both working.
And I'm glad we're not talking about politics.
We are not.
Talk about love.
That is what you do. The man about love.
Yeah, that's what I'm all about. That's it.
Well, I think we can wrap up the show.
We're going to wrap up the show. This was a great show.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who came to the stage. Connie, Stacy, Monica, Dr. Lisa, and Queen Bee Divine. Thank you all.
Yes. And Queen Bee, I'm so happy that you're in good spirits now.
Yes.
And you're, things are going to be looking up.
Absolutely. And I wanted to say hi to Giselle, too. We see you in the audience.
Giselle, hello. Another one of my
I hope you're doing
people.
well, Giselle.
Wow, this is great. But thank you, everybody.
We have so much love.
Love.
And Monica, I'm going to come to your show about love.
22nd.
Awesome stars. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm sure everything will go well in California for you.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you so much, sweetie. California don't even understand what's getting ready to happen. I'm going to change. I'm going to change the temperature. They better get ready.
All right. Well, we love you all.
We love you all.
And
thank you
for coming. And we're going to turn off video. And
we're out.
We're going to say, see you later. Till next time. Love you all.
Love you all.
We really, really do love you all.